I don't know what is this obsession President Ruto has with new things. When he came in, he found Linda Mama. He realized Linda Mama, and I don't know how he realized, because he's not a woman. He has never been in a maternity ward. He has never delivered a child. So I don't know what is this obsession he has with removing what he found to bringing what he thinks is new and creating confusion and mess. He found a very good working program called Linda Mama. He collapsed Linda Mama without any public participation and brought some other new packages. Shisha, shui, shu, shui, sha. Shisha.
Linda mpango wa kando.
You know. I don't know what is this obsession he has that he has now to collapse the old funding model for our universities and bring a new model. And now he has created a whole total confusion. Our children are getting depressed because they don't even know whether they are going to report to school tomorrow. What is this whole obsession of new things? New things? Now, look at where we are right now. We don't have money because we have no operational finance bill. Instead of him finishing old projects, he's now going for new. Everything is new. Everything is new. And he has no money. So where is this obsession coming from? And by the way, I sympathize with my new Minister for Energy. My new Minister for Energy, I really sympathize with him. Bwana Wadai, wacha nikuambie. Hiyo kiatu mevalia kimeandikwa Ruto hapo nyuma. Hiyo kiatu itakuuma mbaya sana. Because the president is now hopping from one county to the other, launching new electricity projects. Where will he get the money from? Atarudi kwa hiyo gari pale juu, ataanza kuambia wananchi, huyu Wadai nilimpatia kazi ya kuweka stima, nikaenda nikalaunch stima, lakini yeye hakufanya kazi. Wadai is actually cooked. I sympathize with him. I sympathize with my friend Mheshimiwa Badi. Huyu wa treasury. Amepatiwa treasury na ni sufuria ambayo ilikuwa na ilikuwa na stew lakini imelambwa. Hakuna. And what the president is doing now is going out promising, oh, I will do this project, I will do this project. Na hakuna pesa. Alafu atarudi kwa hiyo ground come to campaign time. Ataambia watu, wewe huyu Badi nilimpatia kazi, amelemewa. Badi's sufuria is roasted.
And they are not stealing corruption.
Yeah. So anyway, we are summarizing and saying this. This is not the right time for president to go out launching projects. It is the right time for him to sit down, engage stakeholders, look for solutions for the pressing problems, and look for new ways of raising revenue for this country. I honestly think that the kitchen of all problems in this country is Kenyan parliament. Because it is Kenyan parliament that make laws that are oppressive. It is Kenyan parliament that made the faulty, the unconstitutional, the irregular Finance Bill 2023 that has since now been thrown out by the courts. It is the same parliament that was attempting to make another irregular, unconstitutional Finance Bill 2024, which the greatest people of Kenya rejected. It is the same parliament that is coming up with other laws like the livestock bill law, the privatization law that they made, and many other very oppressive laws. So if the Gen Zs feel that it is time for them to petition parliament, they are welcome. It is within their rights. And we will support them if we so feel they are doing the right thing. So we want to tell the young people of Kenya, we are with you. We will support you. We will stand with you as long as you're making the future of this country better. I would want to be an elderly woman in this country to enjoy what the Gen Zs are fighting today. And therefore, when I have the energy to do so, I will support them, I will fight for them, I will lobby for them, I will advocate for them, because I think they are doing the right thing. One day, one time, we were also very young. And we did what we did to have this country the way it is today. Some of us actively engaged to make or to constitute the current Kenyan constitution. And we went through the thick of that day. That is why we have this constitution. The young people of Kenya should not shy away from advocating for what they think is right. The young people should not feel guilty for being on the road to present petitions to parliament, because that is their right as enshrined in the Article 31 of the Kenyan Constitution. The right to present public petitions to public authorities, it is their right. And therefore they should not feel guilty, however painful it is, however hard it is, however difficult it becomes. The young people of Kenya should now know that they have the support of members of parliament like ourselves here. We are no longer going to be intimidated, being accused of, oh, you are funding the Gen Zs, oh, you are inciting the Gen Zs, oh, you are the one who is telling the Gen Zs to do this, because the Gen Zs are people who are schooled. They went to school and we actually gave them free primary education. They are using what we gave them to ask and petition for what they constitutionally deserve. So the young people of Kenya have a right to petition parliament, have a right to petition State House, have a right to petition any public authority if they feel that it is necessary to do so. And there's somebody who asked me when I was coming here, now that you people are complaining things are not right, what solutions are you giving? What alternative solutions are you giving? Now listen to me. There is no president, there is no way the president will be roaming from one country to the other looking for jobs for our young people. But if you ask him for a database of how many engineers do you have in your country, tell me whether there is any database. If you went and found a request for how many mechatronics engineers do you have, we don't have a national database. What we want as representative for young people is this. The government must put effort to come up with a national database of unemployed young people of this country, county by county. We must be able to know how many teachers are unemployed from the young people, how many doctors are unemployed, how many engineers, how many lawyers. All that database needs to be put in place so that when we are speaking from a point of information. When he's going to negotiate country by country, he has a database. And that is what he should be running with MPs to actually help him to create a national database for the job gap. Number two, we have what we call National Employment Authority. That is an agency that is created by the government under the Ministry of Labor that has failed this country. We need to start thinking of how we can revamp the National Employment Authority so that we can provide a better way of preparing the jobless young people into assimilation into the jobs. How do we do that? By making sure that the National Employment Authority has offices in every county, so that people in my county, Kiambu, can actually access the offices at the county level, register themselves, and get to know what opportunities are there. Right now, the only person who tells us that there are jobs being advertised, for example, in other countries, is only the president on top of his car. The young people of Kenya don't know where to go to look for that kind of information. So we need these authorities' offices in every county. Last but not least, all the local employers in this country, the manufacturers, like the people who work under the Kenya Association of Manufacturers, the people who have a capacity to employ our people here in Kenya, we need to engage them so that we know how can we work with them partnership so that they can start absorbing our local people, even if it is on an apprenticeship program or attachment program. For example, if we came up with a program and said, we have 3,000 employers in this country, manufacturers, people who are manufacturing locally, and they have the capacity to employ young people. We give them some tax incentives. A tax intensive that you say, Karibu Mheshimiwa, that if you absorb, for example, 5 young people in your company, you will enjoy this amount of tax subsidy or incentive from the government. So we need to start thinking of how we can partner local manufacturers, local traders, local employers. We give them some tax rebates so that they can be able to accommodate more young people in this country. Otherwise, the issue of joblessness is a very serious issue. The president of Kenya will not sort out the issue of unemployment by bringing Raila Odinga or whoever else in cabinet or in government, because that is an economic problem that will not be sorted out through.
Hello guys, welcome back to Mora TV. So mmesikia vile Wamishomba anasema. Wamishomba is saying that Ruto is really his priorities are not right. Okay, let's start with health. Okay, William Samoei Ruto aliingia akapata Linda Mama, kama vile Wamshomba amesema, alikuja akapata Linda Mama, and Linda Mama was a very good initiative because it really saved mothers from giving birth at home na kupata complications in the likes of fistula and everything, na ilisaidia a lot of people. You find women who actually used that package of Linda Mama. It really helped them a lot. And for Ruto to come and just remove it without any public participation, yani hakuna mtu aliuliza, there was no consultation, leave alone the common mwananchi, but hata the health fraternity angewauliza how is it helping compared to the time that haikukua. Najua uwezi tu ingia mahali, ni kama uingie kwa nyumba uanze kutoa vitu kwa like you start disarranging that house, yet you don't know why the person who was there previously aliweka hiyo kitu mahali aliweka. You understand? So I feel like Mr. Ruto came in with a very what's the name, very misplaced mentality, or very misplaced priorities. That's the word, misplaced priorities, because now alitoa Linda Mama. Sai women unapata mtu anazaa akikufa because ana hiyo capacity ya kwenda hospitali kuuza, because now ako nyumbani anajizalisha and everything. We are finding people wametupa watoto. A lot is happening courtesy of the lacking of Linda Mama. Okay, another thing is the Shashe show, but still on health. You've seen even the lady who was almost abducted. Amandi alishikwa, I don't know the word to use, because she went to the cabinet secretary's health cabinet secretary's office in Upper Hill because SHA wasn't working and people were being discharged without being treated. The health situation in Kenya is in chaos, and I really don't understand if Ruto actually gets to Ruto anaingianga social media kweli naweza understand what people are actually going through, because I feel like hana habari how painful the situation is when you don't have a good health. Then I don't really think there's what do we say, there's any growth in economy, because how will the economy grow with the sick people? Sick people are in hospitals, not in offices and sites and factories, industries working. Okay, so it's really a sad situation that he doesn't get the real problem and solve it, so that hata hiyo economy anaongeleleanga inaweza work. Now I don't even know how the economy is going to work. Let's go to the university models where it has skyrocketed mpaka unashindwa how you supposed to cater for your child's university education. People have decided to take their kids to these mitaani colleges for them to get the most the most yani ile ya chini kind of education, because of lack of money or lack of education that child actually deserves. Because hakuna kitu mbaya kama mtoto wako kupita na ukose kumpeleka kwa ile kosa alikuwa anataka, manake huna pesa. And this is Ruto actually taking money from the citizens' pockets and pocketing him, putting it in his pocket, and other politicians who are like him. It's really a sad situation in Kenya. Yani amekuwa na nitasema aje, it's like he wants to prove something to other people. If you ask me on a personal level, I feel like he's trying to prove to the previous leaders that I can actually do this by myself. I cannot rely on you people on initiatives that you launched when you were in office. I am going to launch my own, which has no problem. But Mr. President, whatever you are launching isn't working. Whatever you are launching inakuwa kidogo inaleta tashwishi, na shida si kuleta tashwishi, shida ni utaki kuambiwa. Ruto, Rigiji ametoka ameanza kusema how you are schooling your MPs, umewatani into flower girls, umewatani into kids in school where they are instructed on what to say when they go out there. It's really a sad situation, because we elect leaders to come to your office or to come to you so that they can present our problem to you. But wewe unawambia kenye nakwambia ndo unarudi kuambia hao watu. then you make us now start seeing the leaders we elected on a different light. Yet it's not their fault. It's the fault of the boss or the highest man in the country. And it's really sad that you are actually the what can I say? What's the word? Not the strongest, but the most influential man in the country. Yes, you're influencing people wrongly. You're influencing even the judiciary. They cannot come up with real verdicts because you always twist things. Now even Rigiji is saying the way you stole money from Mr. Raila Odinga. We don't know how true that is, but tutakata aje when the person you were with is saying it. Anyway, guys, I don't want to enter into politics because sometimes I really get carried away. But guys, what do you think about Mr. Ruto going into into government, changing everything and making everything to come to a standstill, from tax to health, from finance bill, people going to the streets? I have never seen people going to the streets because of finance bill. See it as the IJ to Finya from before. But for you to see people actually going out there to fight for that, to fight against that finance bill, you just know it was going to be bad, and bad it was going to be. But anyway, guys, subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to pray for Kenya, because Kenya is in a very bad phase in life. Okay, thank you guys, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye.